I'm Dionne 𝗪𝗃𝗏𝗏, the founder and CEO of 𝗪𝗲𝗏. And so far, I hope you've been able to go through your mindset and you've been able to let go of your limiting beliefs and you've been able to have a positive paradigm and a positive mindset and a strong vision for your future and for yourself. I also hope that you've been able to set your goals, those powerful goals, and then you've been able to set up your business, at least have a couple of options for the name. You've got your EIN, hopefully you've registered your LLC, and then you've got your registered agent. So today, now that the business is in place, I want us to talk about your target market, your audience, and your ideal client. So first of all, your target market is the group of people you want to serve. So let's say you want to open a nail salon or a hair salon. You can't offer your services to everybody. You have to have sort of a group of people in mind that you want to cater to. That is not to say that the people that are not in that group that you have will not be your clients. They can definitely be your clients, but they are not the people you're marketing to. They're not the people your message is going out to. This is important because who you're marketing to determines the kind of message you would send out. So let's say like I said, you're a hairstylist or you own a hair salon, and then your ideal clients are millennial women. The way you market, the way your marketing information, your content, even the look of your space would be different if you're catering to older women, and would be different if you're catering to younger people. So to ask you, who is your target market? You have a goal for your business. You've set up your goals from yesterday's session, but who is your target market? Who are your ideal clients? So the way this thing works is, first of all, you figure out who your target market is. So let's say millennial woman. Then you further go down to your niche. What do you want to offer them? What is the specific service you want to offer them? So let's say hair, so maybe weaves, sew-ins, or something like that. But you get the picture. So millennial woman will be the target market and your niche will be hair styling. And then you add that together and then you know who your ideal client is. Most people talk about an ideal client avatar, and that's basically knowing who your ideal client is to the core. So let's say the hair salon example, your ideal client is a millennial woman and someone who wears weaves or wears wigs. So maybe she's 35 or 25, maybe she's married, she has 2 kids, she lives in the suburbs or she lives in the city, she works in the corporate world, or she's an entrepreneur. Maybe she likes to go hiking, she likes to read books, she likes to go to concerts, or she likes to go clubbing. Whatever it is, the idea behind this is to know who exactly you're selling to understand the person in and out. And another thing I would ask you to think about is the person's urgent needs and their compelling desires. So when you know the person, let's say your ideal client is a 34-year-old woman married with 2 kids living in the suburbs, and you do hair. So maybe someone like that is a very busy person. She has a very busy schedule. So she needs a kind of hairstyle that is not high maintenance, something she can wear for a couple of weeks. So it's not something that she has the time, like a college student, to be doing her hair every day. She probably doesn't have that time. So when you know all these things about her, it's easier for you to create a solution to her problem. So the idea behind, like I said, the idea behind creating a business is not just for money, it's to make an impact and to solve a problem. So if you know your ideal client and you know him or her through and through, it's easier for you to know what their problem are. And once you know the problem, it's easier for you to create a solution that would actually solve that problem. So your ideal client's urgent needs are their problems. What makes them stay up at night? In today's world, most of the time it's financial. Most people are wondering where they're going to get their next payment of their mortgage from. Most people are wondering how they're going to send their kids off to college without their kids having to be in so much debt. Most people are even wondering how they're going to get their next meal. So if you have a client and this is one of their person's pain points, at least you're able to create a solution for that pain point. Someone else, let's say you're in the fitness industry, someone else's urgent need might be just to lose weight. Maybe they're pre-diabetic, maybe just to be able to have a fitness or a healthcare regime that would make them be healthier, that would let them leave that red zone that they're in, or maybe confidence boosting, whatever it is. But then the urgent needs is the things that keep them up at night, is their pain points, and their compelling desires are the things they want to move to. So like the example I gave, the urgent need might be finding money to just make the next mortgage payment or finding money to send off their kids to college. Then the compelling desire is financial freedom, being able to wake up in the morning without having to think of how the next mortgage payment is going to come about, or being able to wake up in the morning and finally being able to take their family on a true vacation, on a vacation where you're not afraid of receiving an email that you're going too long, come back, otherwise you're being fired. A vacation where it's actually a vacation where you can focus on the things that matter most in life and make memories that will last a lifetime. That is a compelling desire. So once you know your ideal client avatar, once you know the person's compelling desires and urgent needs, I want you to have a plan of action to help solve that problem, to help solve your target market's problem. There is so much noise around, everyone is offering so much, and the industries are so saturated. But I want you to make it a point to know your ideal client through and through. So not just their age, not just their marital status, but what keeps them up at night. What would they trade their time for? What would they trade their money for? What would their ideal life be like? Maybe their ideal life would be to be able to live anywhere in the world they want without having to be stuck in one location. Maybe their ideal life would be to be able to wake up in the morning and be creative about how they express themselves with the world. Maybe their ideal life would be able to wake up in the morning to be healthy and fit and not just be panting out of breath because they just walked half a mile. Whatever it is, whatever your niche is, your target market is, I want you to identify the pain points and urgent desires of your ideal client. Know your ideal client avatar through and through. Know them so much that you can literally see them, so to speak. So not just their demographics, but their sociographics, their psychographics. How do they think? What are the factors they consider when they're making decisions? How were they brought up? What is their lifestyle? What is their environment? Because if you're talking to someone who is living in the suburbs, their lifestyle is different from someone living in the city. If you're talking to someone who's a millennial, her lifestyle is different from a Gen Z or Gen X or someone younger. So if you know that client through and through, it'll be easier for you to create a solution that would actually help them solve their problems more impactfully and hopefully permanently. So guys, today that's what today's session is about. The workbook attached is going to help you to identify your niche, your target market, and your ideal client avatar. It's going to help you narrow down and pinpoint exactly what their compelling desires are and what their urgent needs are, so you can tailor your product or service to meet those needs. Because if you're creating a product or service that no one needs, no one will buy from you, and then your business is not going to succeed. That's why it's important for you to know who you're catering to know who they are, exactly what their problems are, so you can create a product or service that will solve that problem. So guys, like I said, if you haven't watched the previous videos, please go and watch videos 1 and 2. Bye guys.